Y'all, what's up? Now I'm gonna be the first to tell you guys that accepting a benefit or a privilege has nothing to do with the state gaining jurisdiction over you. Now, many people would be like, well, if you get welfare, don't they make you a subject to their jurisdiction? No, not at all. Because when they run your background, right, through like the federal background and everything like that, and see you take benefits, that's not how the state or federal government obtain jurisdiction. You have to be a subject to their territorial boundaries. And meaning this, if a person put that they want food stamps, but they live in a rural free area, they can put that. And then on top of that, where they receive mail, they can say they receive mail anywhere. You can have mail sent to your grandmother's house or a person's house that you do not know, or a random P.O. box, just to pick up your food stamps. And then if the police went in your pocket and they pulled a food stamp, that don't get them jurisdiction. What get them jurisdiction is the contractual waiver. Where do you live? Once you tell them that, you lose your rights. Remember that saying, you got the right to remain silent. A lot of people who follow this type of truth, they ain't been remaining silent. They've been talking to the police. They've been really talking to the police. They've been telling the police everything. So when they gain jurisdiction, don't be surprised. And also, I'm gonna tell you guys this as well, right? A few people asked me this question, and it was about what was it about? It was about I want to say another form of jurisdiction, right? We're dealing with certain court cases and everything like that, right? Now, this is how jurisdiction works. Once you first get encountered with an officer and they get jurisdiction over you, like get you to admit to an address, get you to admit to your social security number, what they then do is they bond over the case. Once the case bonded over, a lot of people say, oh, if I found remedy what if I move from the address? They have jurisdiction over the case. So it wouldn't matter if you relocated, they can go anywhere and find you. It doesn't matter if they got to send the task force, the feds, ATF, it doesn't matter. Because in that instance, they have jurisdiction over you. That's why they got a case number. After that case is settled, then the jurisdiction things start all over. So you're a brand new man. So once you walk in the streets and you giving these people your information, such as your address, such as your social security number, and on top of that, you having contracts with the state, they gain jurisdiction just like that. Read your arrest complaint. I tell everybody this: read the arrest complaint. You don't believe me that's how they pull you into jurisdiction? Don't believe me. And one person that I've seen on YouTube that actually talked about this, right? His name is James C. Lovett. Now, I didn't really get the information from him on the address aspect, but he mentioned it one time. But I don't know if he even go that hard with thinking like that's how they gain jurisdiction. But to be honest, that's how they gain jurisdiction. But accepting a benefit or a privilege does not prevent a person from being out. Like it doesn't prevent a person from being outside their jurisdiction. So if you accept a link card or food stamps, that don't subject you to the jurisdiction. That's false information. You think the court pull up your your food stamp records? No. You think the court pull up you receive government assistance records in court? No. Read the arrest complaint. We got your driver's license number and we got your address. That's what got the jurisdiction. So don't let people just lie to y'all saying, oh, well, you got a birth certificate, you got a social security number. That pulls you into jurisdiction. Hell no, they don't pull you into jurisdiction. Jurisdiction got everything to do with territory. You can have a social security number and a birth certificate, and they do not have jurisdiction. It's possible. It's very much possible. It's very, very much possible. You know, and I found out this through the court, through trial and error and everything like that. And once I found out what they really do to gain jurisdiction, what? Cut all of that out. So yes, it don't matter if you get food stamp. It doesn't matter if you get veterans benefits or anything like this. Now, this is what I would want to say. Now, over the food stamp, they got complete control over the food stamp. So whether or not they want to cut you off, they can do that. Now, as far as them gaining jurisdiction in the sense of pulling you to administrative court, let's say if you receive food stamps, but you a convicted felon and you was caught with a firearm, your food stamps is not going to go on a court record or them using an address from the food stamps, because you can be completely homeless and receive food stamps and say you live in a rural free area, or you can receive your mail at a homeless shelter. That's not jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is when you completely admit to the territorial boundaries or have contracts with the state. Also, if you have an expired license with the state or an expired driver's license with, a driver's license or a state ID with the state, you have to surrender it. Your ID being expired don't have nothing to do with it, like surrendering it. You have to get rid of it. It has to be surrendered, and you have to make sure you are outside of these people's jurisdiction as much as possible. You know, I can't stress this too much, but this is all I want to say, y'all. Yeah, so for the most part, you can accept plenty of benefits and privileges. You guys just know how to get out that jurisdiction. You just got to know how to get out of it. Last 2 years ago for my business, I received a government PPP loan. This is for my corporation, and it got all forgiven by the same government and everything like that. That don't matter. And on top of that, look, this thing about it, right? When you fill out for the PPP loan, right, for the payroll protection program, they ask you, are you a U.S. citizen or national of the United States? They ask you that on the form. And I check off yes, because I am a national of the United States. Has nothing to do with jurisdiction. Has nothing to do with jurisdiction. They don't gain jurisdiction by you taking a benefit and privilege. It doesn't work like that. Whoever telling y'all that is lying. If they want to bring up facts, show them arrest complaints, and I'm going to show you what the jurisdiction came from. Show your arrest complaint, I'm going to show you what the jurisdiction, how they obtained it. So that's all I got to say. Jurisdiction don't have nothing to do with taking a benefit or a privilege. I'm gone.